So good afternoon, welcome. Saturday the 19th of July, first day of the summer holidays for the children, readily apparent by torrential downpours. Such is life. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for clicking on, welcome, I hope you return. If you've seen any of my previous posts, thank you very much. You are also very welcome. Can I ask you all please like and subscribe. Like if you like, obviously don't if you don't. And subscription will just help me to reach a wider audience. So today I'm sitting in my front room. Plenty of plans for going out in the woods today. Some different woods, do some more videos, do some more posts about it, but nature has intervened. So, you know, that saying, make hay when the sun shines, make lemons when it or make lemonade when it rains. Yeah. So this probably falls into the category of making lemonade. It's interesting because as much as everything that's living needs water, it's not a particularly good time of year for the farmers. Surrounded by farmland, and yesterday the fields were full of ripe grain waiting to be harvested. Perhaps that's the only form of income that farmer gets. And then to be drenched and drowned out puts in jeopardy all of their potential income, all of their income related to grain. And they have to face the decisions of whether to harvest it and pay to have it dried, or to harvest it and to sell it at a reduced rate. I wonder how well I would cope with my only source of income being subject to the vagaries of nature. How would any of us cope with it? Yeah, interesting. Something to pause and to reflect on perhaps. Just a brief recap of this week. I'm experimenting with YouTube. I'm finding my way with it. I've actually created a YouTube post. Hopefully, if you're interested, you'll be able to find it. And I apologise immediately for the deficiencies, the lack of quality. Yeah, I hope it will get better. Going back to the farmers and the vagaries of nature and their income, as a counsellor, there are quite a few similarities with that. I don't have a guaranteed number of clients, self-employed. The experience of clients coming to me is not necessarily one of the selling points or something that I'm able to capitalise on. So it's quite unpredictable, quite unreliable. And I hear of plenty of counsellors at the moment that are bemoaning the tail off in the number of clients that they see. We all have break-even points. Mine, I'm very lucky, is very low. Could do with some more clients. And the clients that I have, there's no knowing how long they'll last. And as a counsellor, somebody who considers the financial aspects of the business, is also very, very mindful of the personal impact. For me, it's a pleasure when a client is able to turn around and say, well, thank you, our work's done, our time is over, and I sincerely wish them the best. That's not the reality for the majority of clients. They disappear into what's known as the black hole, or they suddenly become very, very healthy, don't need counselling anymore, or very, very unhealthy. I'm too unwell, I can't handle it at the moment. And yeah, I'm mindful of that, and to any of those clients, I just wish them the best. I hope that they come into counselling at a time that they're better able to deal with the counselling. Being a counselled client, not easy by any stretch of the imagination. And then something that I feel deeply that chills me is the clients who are no longer able to afford to come to counselling. As I'm sure you're all aware, cost of living crisis we're in the middle of. Before that it was austerity, and I can recognise from my own personal experiences, do I go hungry, and go to counselling, or do I buy food and not go to counselling? What a horrible place to be, to have to face those decisions and to make those decisions. Personally, the cost of not going to counselling is always more than the cost of going to counselling. But as we're told by Abraham Maslow, that hierarchy of needs, and without without the underlying hierarchies or needs being met, we're all subject to not being able to achieve the higher hierarchies. And right at the bottom of the list is food, shelter, safety. Which of us, I can counsel you to death, but if you're hungry, you're probably not going to give me very much attention. There's probably not going to be as much benefit to you. It just seems a very, very unfair society at the moment. While you're able to give, to contribute, you'll be, as much as you can give, as much as you contribute will be accepted. And then when you're no longer needed, or no longer wanted, or no longer able to perform, you're discarded. Doesn't seem particularly nice. Really, really doesn't. Such is life. And, I wish I could do something about some of the bigger issues in society. I wish I could do something to help everybody. Reality is I can't. But I don't use that as an excuse for inaction. I do what I can. So I'm sitting here, it's just gone 2 in the afternoon, wonderful smell of ozone from where the rain has hit the previously parched and baked soil. Earlier on today I was listening to woodpeckers. I do enjoy hearing that from where I'm sitting. What a blessing that is. So, last week I lost a client. I didn't lose them. I know where they went. That where they went to involves not coming back to counselling. That's okay. I wish them all the best, sincerely. I'm not bitter about it. I'm not angry about it. I accept that that's where they are. That's their stage on the journey. And it might be because my hairstyle doesn't suit them, or my breath smells, although I was on Zoom, so that's probably not one of the reasons that counts. Or maybe it was just that we couldn't form a working therapeutic relationship. But nonetheless, I wish them all the best. And a couple of days later, picked up a new client. A new client contacted me. Ego had a massive stroke. And it must be because the profile that they read that led them to contact me was the best profile they read. Yeah, okay, Steve, rein your ego in. It's good enough. And similar to buses, I was then notified that another client, potential client, wants to have a chat next week. And I'm up for that. And obviously I've spent every penny that they're going to be paying me for the next 2 years. Yeah. Don't ever fall for the myth that counsellors are perfect people, that they're healthy people. There's quite a lot of sarcasm in that, but that's just something that goes through this counsellor's mind. So what will next week bring? Well, tomorrow I've got an opportunity to do some service for Alcoholics Anonymous, and I think it's really, really important, not only for my recovery, but perhaps more or overarching that, we take out what we need, we put back what we can afford. Being a secretariat at an AA meeting for an hour a week, very, very small price to pay for the the benefits. In fact, I'm sitting here doing what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, couldn't have done that without AA. Starting the week on Monday with a client. Wednesday I had the new client. Thursday I have the client on, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday next week. I have an introductory phone call with a client. And I finish my week on Friday afternoon with a client. And in between times, the weather clears up. There'll be some more posts. And if it doesn't, that's an opportunity. An opportunity to read, to learn. An opportunity to get to grips with YouTube. So not much substance today, but it's nice, and practice makes perfect. So I think I'm a long way from perfect. I need to do lots more practice. So I'll leave it here. Thank you for your patience. I hope you got something from it, and I hope that your week is as fulfilling and as satisfying as you'd like it to be. And if it's not, I wish you all the best in finding a way of changing that, because you can change that. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Goodbye.